There has been a documentary on this subject.
Not really a documentary. It's like a docudrama.
Like a docudrama, which had, which obviously made by Raman Raghav. So, did you have a discussion with him over how you were going to do this?
No, because all that was way back in the past. Because my first job was to join Media Classic as an intern when Ram had just finished making Raman Raghav. So my introduction to Raman Raghav was Ram's film.
Okay.
And then I also read the whole research material, because research material had much more than what Ram put on screen, because budgets were also low and constraints were there, and it was such a terrific film.
Yeah.
So I have been inspired by I have been curious about the person since then, and I thought that one should make a film on this. But there has been no tradition of serial killer films in India and things like that.
Yes.
But over the years, by around 2006, I had decided that while working on Bombay Velvet, Raman Raghav came up again.
Yes.
Because earlier in Bombay Velvet character, the Johnny's character had two stepbrothers called Raman and Raghav in the first draft.
Okay.
Raman and Raghav, which was Gyan Prakash's draft actually.
Oh, okay.
So and they were supposed to, and they were also in the background there was the story of the serial killer.
Okay.
That was kind of leading up to the sequel.
Okay.
That's when I got inspired to do a Raman Raghav story. And Vasan Bala was the one who was working on it. Vasan did all the research along with Tani, and they put together the research, and Vasan wrote the script of Raman Raghav, the biopic, which was ready by 2008, and we had Nawaz in mind since then. And then came Bombay Velvet, and didn't work. And every studio in town said, period film? No. So then we said, okay, the problem is the period, so let's take away the period.
Okay.
And then it became a 2.0 version.
Now, पहला brief क्या था अनुराग का? Considering he demands a lot from his actors.
पहला मतलब कुछ नहीं था, स्क्रिप्ट दे दी, ये स्क्रिप्ट है. मैं लेके चला गया, पढ़ी मैंने कब कर रहे हो, तो बताऊंगा कब कर रहा हूँ. तो उसके बीच में फिर वासेपुर की स्क्रिप्ट आ गई, तो ये स्क्रिप्ट लेके चला गया. फिर उसकी डेट जल्दी से उसको करना था, तो वो कर ली. उसके बाद वो बिजी हो गए.
7
साल लगे.
7 years to make Raman Raghav 2.0. That's a long time.
I am so glad.
At least one person is really happy.
I am very happy. It took 7 years to make Raman Raghav 2.0.
अगर 7 साल पहले तो ये था नहीं.
I was an AD to him 5 years back. So
how was it to be an AD to Anurag Kashyap and now to be an actor with Anurag Kashyap? What does he expect of the two?
when I became the assistant director to him, I had no clue how a film is made. So for me, it was okay. The director is the boss. Before I came and joined Wasipur, so director is the boss. The actors are the stars. So when I joined Wasipur and I worked on that film, I realized the director is working as much as the assistants are working. The actors are not behaving like stars and they're not expecting luxury. And the film was made with very limited constraints and real locations, more than 350 actors. So it was great schooling for me. And then I had never imagined that 5 years down the line I would be acting in a film directed by Anurag sir and co-starring Nawaz bhai. So when that happened again, when after the audition Anurag sir said, so I'm locking you for the part, it was really surreal for me. In fact, on the first day also, the first scene that we were doing, me and Nawaz bhai, we were sitting together and rehearsing the scene, and an AD came up to us and he said, "Ki sir, shot ready hai, set pe aa jao." And it just hit me like 5 years back, I was that person coming up to Nawaz bhai and saying, "Sir, shot ready hai, please aa jao." So it's just very surreal for me.
I'm going to digress a little from Raman Raghav, not very far. I mean, it is a film that is releasing on the 24th. But which is like now, another week's time. And Urta is like already running in the theatres.
Yes.
And congratulations, it made the first day is really good business. But has Urta affected the promotions of Raman Raghav?
Yes, absolutely it did, because what happened, in the sense, one had to stand up and fight for Urta, because I think if you have seen the film, I completely stand by the film. I did not see a reason why anything should have cut down. So I went and fought for Urta, but the whole world perceived Urta as my film. So, like, people are seeing Urta and telling me what a great film you have made. But it's Abhishek Chaubey who made the film. Right? And I wasn't even the active producer on the film. The active producer was Vikas Bell and Vikram Motwane. I'm one of the producers. And I saw the film, I loved the film, and I said, one has to stand by the film, because this film can't be cut down. So, but what happened is the message that also went out was like, I'm one who's behind Urta, and somewhere in that big fight, it became such a massive news that Raman Raghav completely got lost. So suddenly I had to okay, let's try and tell people that my film is coming next Friday.
But let's do like a bit of a timeline here. On the Monday, we got to know that the Bombay High Court has given a certificate in just one cut, which was very happy news. On Tuesday, you guys did like a press conference, and then on Wednesday, the film leaked online.
Yeah.
What went through your mind at that point in time?
It was distressing. My first thing was who could have done it? Because there's a kind of a circle of trust.
Yeah.
People who have access to the movie. So it's obviously when the leak happens, it happens from someone who's in the circle of trust.
Yeah.
So somebody has broken that trust.
But
There's a breach of trust.
You haven't found out who it could
No, we have like filed an FIR. There's a proper investigation going on,
Yes.
and there's cyber forensics involved and everything. And we have got the best of people right now investigating. We have hired people extra from outside, and we'll get to it. I think it's not far that before we
because
get down exactly to who's done it.
Thank you so much for your words. These are the three musketeers from Raman Raghav 2.0. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Anurag. Hopefully, the next time it won't be a controversy.
Yes.
It'll just be for a film.
And 24th June.
24th June. 24th June is
Supreme.
24th June is when the film releases. Supreme.